that film, Dragon Ball Broly, was the third highest grossing anime film in the United States. Does that sound right to you? Were you pretty pleased with that success level?
It was, it was a privilege. I was really proud to be a part of it. I mean, I played this character for 15 years, and he would be in video games and stuff, and when I would do events, fans would always say, "Oh, I love Broly's my favorite character in Dragon Ball. When are they ever going to do anything more with him?" And I would always say, "I don't know, wouldn't that be fun?" And then when this movie was announced, you know, I was really excited about it.
That's a big deal, you know, third highest grossing. And I assume that brings with it a pretty significant fan base.
I already had, I think they already existed.
Okay.
I think. I don't do any analytics or count this or that, but I think my overall body of work over the years has been pretty well received.
It would appear that more footage has now been revealed by Nick Rekieta of Vic's deposition, in further having to clarify the allegations made against him, as Vic not only touches bases on Monica Rial, Ron Toye, and many of the people that went along ahead to further affect his livelihood. We are going to be discussing and talking about the latest deposition of Vic, in further having to touch up on some points, along with hearing about what Vic has to say about the situation at hand, as we are going to be putting together a big highlight video within the next couple of days on this channel, showcasing Ron Toye's deposition, Monica Rial's deposition, and Vic's all clunked into one. As once more, before we begin, if you are new to this channel and want to be kept up to date with all things involving Vic Mignogna, Monica Rial, Ron Toye, and many of the news and updates involving the Vic Mignogna case, then be sure to go on ahead and smash that subscribe button and turn on all notifications by clicking on the bell icon to never miss a single upload. Be sure to go on ahead and slap a like down below by giving this video a big thumbs up if you guys do stand with Vic, as well as making sure to check out and subscribe to my main channel over at UnrealNetwork, to where there you guys will be able to find lots of anime and Dragon Ball content that you guys will not get to find on here. So be sure to subscribe over on that channel, in which you guys can find the link to UnrealNetwork located down in the description box below, and follow me at Twitter at UnrealNetwork to stay connected with me at all times. And if you have anything you would like to share or tag me in involving Vic Mignogna or any of the parties involved in this case, then be sure to go on ahead and follow me at Twitter, as I do have some very interesting tweets to show you guys on tomorrow's video involving the Kick Vic group, Shane Holmberg, Dominique Sky, and many other people, in what they've been saying not only about the deposition, but about the fans such as yourselves watching this video, and Vic and Ty. So make sure you guys tune back in for tomorrow's video, as on this deposition here today, we learned more about what Vic had to say involving the allegations made against him, and many other factors that really do go as far as to show his character, because the man has eaten crap within the last 5 months, not knowing what to do, having to be on antidepressants and various other medications just to keep his own sanity, because after losing your job, after losing most of your work, to basically hearsay, it could really go as far as to bring someone down. So let's go on ahead and check out what Vic had to say about the situation at hand.
What in this particular tweet on February 6th is a statement of fact about you?
Nothing.
Okay. And then in your letter, sorry to make you flip back and forth.
Sure.
But in the paragraph that goes from the first page to the second page that your lawyer wrote, it says that this tweet implies that you committed some type of criminal offense. Do you see anything in this particular tweet that gives that impression that a criminal offense was committed?
No, sir, but you have to take the context of the entire thing.
Check non-responsive after,
I said no, sir. I'm sorry. That was my response. Sorry.
You're fine. That's my job to clean it up.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. That's all my questions about that tweet. I'm going to skip ahead from the order that they're addressed in the letter to the next one chronologically, which was on February 7th, 2019. And that is on the last, page 11.
Okay.
Do you see that tweet? It says, "What would Jesus do?"
page 11? Oh, goodness.
Yeah, the 11th.
I looked down here and I saw 1/1 and thought it was 11.
No problem.
So sorry. 8. Am I blind? 7. Page 8 is the last page I have.
It's the one before that. Sorry.
Okay.
All right. Give yourself a moment to read that.
Okay.
And my questions might sound familiar to you. The first one is your name stated in this tweet?
No, sir.
Is there any direct reference to you that you can see?
No, sir.
If we assume that this tweet was about you, what is the statement of fact about you in here?
No statement of fact about me in this tweet.
Thank you. I want to go to the last page in this, and there's no date here, but there's another. It's a little harder to tell. I can't tell. I think it's a tweet also. But there's one that's attributed to Ms. Marchi. Do you see that on this page as well? The third one down.
Yes.
Yes. Give yourself a moment to read that.
Okay.
All right. What is the statement of fact about you in this particular tweet as you read it?
The only thing that I can see is where she says, fighting back does not in any way, shape, or form make me as bad as Vic. I would say that tends to create a statement of fact that I'm a bad person.
Is that the only statement of fact that you see in there?
Yes, sir.
Do you see anything in that tweet that implies, as you read it, that you are a bad person akin to a criminal, or that there's any reference to criminal activity in this tweet?
Not in this tweet, no.
Thank you. All right, and then the last one is that I want to talk about is the one. It's on February 8th, and it's I think might be the one you had in mind a few moments ago. The one that I'm going to refer to as Ms. Marchi's statement.
Okay.
So if I use that term, this is what I'm referring to.
Yes, sir.
So, and I'm wanting. Have you seen this tweet before? It's pretty lengthy. Do you recall having read it before today?
I'm pretty sure I read it. Somebody called me, a friend, and said, Jamie Marchi just tweeted. And I'm like, Jamie? What about? And then I read it, or somebody like screen capped it and sent it to me.
Okay. I actually want to walk back to the second page of this exhibit, the actual letter that your attorney wrote for you. If you'll go to the second page, because there are a few statements that they point out that I just want to work through with you.
Okay.
Now, what you guys just saw there was the recap of Jamie Marchi's tweets, as it was implied if Jamie had made any comments that were irrefutable, that were factual to Vic Mignogna's character, when in fact Vic had stated it is not. However, I also find it very fascinating how the lawyer for Jamie Marchi does not bring up the fact that Jamie had made remarks in wanting Vic's testicles on a plate, among various other things, including calling Vic Mignogna one of the absolute worst people in the world. That I find very interesting, as that was not brought up.
That's made that you, quote, gave almost all the women at my job the creeps, unquote. Do you see that in there?
I do.
Okay. And then there's the statement that at the time of the incident, Ms. Marchi is writing about that you whispered something sexual in nature to her.
Correct.
All right. Do you have any evidence that you're aware of that Ms. Marchi did not actually believe these statements to be true at the time she wrote them?
It was just like Nick Rekieta had stated, this question makes absolutely no sense, because what they're implying here is the fact that Vic needs to prove that Jamie did not make any remarks that led to all of these women getting the creeps whenever Vic was in the room. So how in the world is Vic supposed to prove that Jamie did not make any of these remarks when all of Jamie's comments, if they haven't already been deleted, is on her Twitter? Once again, very condescending in their approach in asking Vic if he can prove that she in fact is telling the truth, when in fact all of her tweets are basically public and even on Google. But by the end of all of this, I want to get your thoughts in the comment section below. What are your stances on Vic and his testimony against those that are trying to basically bring him down? What are your thoughts on this deposition? What are your thoughts on the entire case? Because if you thought that this case is over, we have only just begun, and this thing is going to go as far as possibly extending itself within the next few months, because there hasn't been a settlement reached. There's still so much more information to be revealed during these depositions. So make sure you guys smash that subscribe button on this channel and turn on all notifications to always be up to date, as we are going to be bringing you guys news around the clock. So be sure to subscribe to this channel. Follow me on Twitter at UnrealNetwork. If you guys have anything to share with me or simply want to conversate about the topic at hand, as well as subscribing to my main channel over at UnrealNetwork, links will be located down below. And with all that said, I leave you guys with the remaining deposition highlight clips, so make sure you guys tune back in tomorrow to see more. Thank you all so much for watching, and without wasting any more time, let's go on ahead and begin.
I can't answer for her. I don't know what's in her mind. I can't say whether she believed it was true or whether she was joining in to pile on. I don't know.
Are you, and I know you're not an attorney, sir, but are you aware of anything in the Texas Penal Code that is defined as being simple assault?
No, sir.
You're not aware of any crime or statute that's referred to that?
I mean, I've heard the term. I don't know the definition or the details of it.
Okay, so sitting here today, you don't know if that's actually a crime under Texas law?
Well, I don't know what it is, so, and I don't know if it's a crime.
I don't either. That's why I was asking. What are the statements of fact? If we assume that this is about you, what are the factual statements that are made about you in this tweet? Something that could independently be verified by someone. If you read through it.
Well, this tweet alone, nothing.
Okay.
But she tweeted before this. When she initially tweeted her account of something.
Object non-responsive. We'll get to her other tweets.
Okay.
I'm only asking about this one. So.
No, there's nothing in here except a lot of anger that I can see.
Object non-responsive.
I'm sorry, what was your question?
The question is just, what in this particular tweet on February 6th is a statement of fact about you?
Nothing.
Okay. And then in your letter, sorry to make you flip back and forth.
Sure.
But in the paragraph that goes from the first page to the second page that your lawyer wrote, it says that this tweet implies that you committed some type of criminal offense. Do you see anything in this particular tweet that gives that impression that a criminal offense was committed?
No, sir, but you have to take the context of the entire thing.
Object non-responsive after,
I said no,
sir.
sir. I'm sorry. That was my response. Sorry.
You're fine. That's my job to clean it up.
Okay.
Yeah. I asked if you testified early.
I had no indication when it happened or in the years that followed that we've been friends and interacted that there was anything offensive or painful about it. In my mind, my recollection, it was very casual, playful interaction, as happens all the time in the hallways of Funimation.
But you would agree that she certainly could have perceived it differently than you.
Sure.
Is it your testimony today that you did not say something sexual into Miss Marchi's ear at that moment that you were grabbing her hair?
Sorry.
You're good.
Yes, it is. Absolutely.
Okay. Do you recall if you said anything into her ear?
I don't recall that I said anything. If I did, it was literally something about, "Oh, I love your hair," or "Love it. It's awesome." You know, it was that kind of thing.
Okay. Other than the statements that we've discussed today, are there any other statements by Ms. Marchi about you that are statements of fact that you allege to be defamatory in nature that you're aware of?
At present, that I'm aware of, no.